What it do, baby? What's up, y'all? It is hello. It is Kayla, and I'm back with another video for y'all. I have been gone for so long. I am so terribly sorry. School and work have really taken over my life. If you do not know, it is my last semester at school, so I've been doing so much work for it. But that's not this video. This video is about Disney urban legends.
My lips is dry or whatever.
Sit. Focus on me. Can you focus on me? There it is. So, let me give a warning before I start with this video. Warning, these urban legends or conspiracy theories, whatever you want to call them, are all from the internet. I've done my research. You do what you please with them. They may be true, they may be false. I don't know. I'm just giving information that I find on the internet. End of warning. I have 5 different urban legends for y'all about the Disney parks, specifically Disneyland. I love Disneyland, for those of y'all who don't know. We're gonna be getting into the darker side of Disney because it is October, duh, spooky month, Halloween, okay? So we're just gonna get all into it. Let's just start right now. Urban legend number 1 is about Walt Disney's apartment. Walt Disney, for those of you who do not know, was the creator of Disneyland. Disney in general, he just is like the backbone to it. If you don't know that, I don't know. Also, for those of you who don't know, he built an apartment on the top of a firehouse that is in Disneyland, and I will put a picture of it right here. This is the firehouse, this is the apartment. It's called Walt's apartment. He built it so that he could stay there when he's in the park, you know, seeing it being constructed, seeing Disneyland just run. Also, for those of you who don't know, Walt Disney died. He just passed away, you know. He had a lantern lit every time he was present, so naturally they blew out the lantern. A person was cleaning the apartment and they decided to turn the lantern off because Walt Disney's not there. So they step out and they go and they look up and they see that the lantern's lit, and they're like, that's kind of weird, you know, I turned this off. They go back inside, turn it off again, go back outside, and they're like, it's back on. And they're like, okay. So they go back inside, and then they turn it off, and they stand there for a minute, and it turns back on in front of them, and they're like, oh my god. But apparently she heard a voice say,
I'm still here.
woo, I got to go. I'm not staying. It's Walt Disney. Hey Walt, what's up? But I don't like that. And apparently, even today, cast members that work at the parks still hear footsteps, still hear knocking at night, specifically at night. All right, number 2 is about Mr. One Way. Mr. One Way is a person who haunts Space Mountain at Disneyland. Now, some people call Mr. One Way a man who has a red face and red hair, and others call Mr. One Way a little boy who's dressed in 70s memorabilia. He's from the 70s. The man with the red face and the red hair does not like to interact with guests. He just likes to ride the ride. So he'll get on the ride from the exit of Space Mountain where people exit. He'll walk on and sit next to single riders. If you have an empty seat next to you, Mr. One Way, the man, might sit next to you on your right. The little boy, who dressed in the 70s memorabilia, likes to interact with people. Apparently, he doesn't know that it's not the 70s anymore. He's just stuck in Space Mountain, but he doesn't know. He's just having a good time. Mr. One Way, the man, apparently sits next to single riders. Now, I've ridden Space Mountain several times. I've heard about this urban legend. I've never seen Mr. One Way. I've ridden a single rider, like I said, several times, but I have never seen him before, so that's good because I don't really want to see him. I hope he has a good time, but whatever. And apparently when he's riding it, he will get off the ride right before you come back into the station. So it's like he was never there. And then you can also see him in the locker rooms. Like they say that they see him in the cast member locker rooms, which is okay. There's a third one. Her name is Disco Debbie. Apparently she is Disco Debbie is apparently a ghost that glows green. She's a cast member who died of an aneurysm behind Space Mountain, so she's just still there, but she glows green. Hey, she could glow green. What's up, girl? Hi, Debbie. How you doing? Number 3, the monorail. Monorail story is about this boy whose name is Thomas. He goes by Guy. His last name is Cleveland. guy wanted to go to Grand Night. He decides to climb a fence on the outside of the monorail. It's about 16 feet high. So he climbs it, try to hop over and get into Disneyland. He's up there and he sees some guards. The guards are like, hey kid, like you gotta go. Like you can't sneak in here, you gotta go. But they're also trying to warn him that the monorail is coming. And so he's like, oh man, like I'm in trouble. He starts running down the tracks. He's running, but like he sees the train. So he jumps down a little bit to like this fiberglass canopy that's underneath the monorail. But it's not far enough, so he still gets hit by the train and he gets dragged 30 to 40 feet. Obviously he died. Some cast members today that are driving the monorails report to see a figure running along the tracks around the spot where he died, and then it just disappears. Number 4. This one is really creepy to me. This one really creeped me out. This one is about the Matterhorn. It's about this woman named Dolly Young. She's from Fremont, California, which is very unsettling because that is near the Bay Area, where I'm from. She was a woman that was riding the Matterhorn. They say that either her seatbelt stopped working or she unbuckled her seatbelt to help keep a child in the ride. Either way, seatbelt came off and she ended up falling onto the tracks. Another bobsled came and hit her and ran her over and she was trapped underneath. She ended up dying. Cast members report to see her on the ride still. There's one quote that I got from this woman named Kristen. She wrote this article on this website called Wonder Wisdom. She said that she never saw the ghost, but she definitely feels her presence. This is what she said. I worked on that ride for several years and I never saw her, but I sure did feel her. After the ride closes for the day, 2 people have to walk the track, one on each side of the mountain. You have to walk the ride, starting at the bottom and working your way to the top. It is done to look for lost and found items. Every time I was unlucky enough to get a track walking shift, I had an uneasy feeling, like someone was watching. I was always convinced that it was Dolly, and so I would often say hi to her. The feeling was always the worst in the big cavern in the middle of the ride, and at Dolly's Dip, which is the spot where she died. In fact, the work lights in the tunnel near Dolly's Dip always seem to be burned out. In 6 years, I don't think I ever saw those lights working. I hated running the track at the end of my shift, and I usually try to get someone else to do it for me. That was really creepy. I didn't know about Dolly's Dip. I've been to Disneyland all these years, and I never knew about that story. They showed where the dip was. I'm not gonna show y'all, because I don't want y'all to get freaked out like I was. That's a really creepy story to me, especially since Matterhorn was one of my favorite rides. Number 5, the last one is about the People Mover. The People Mover, for those of you who don't know, was a ride that was at Disneyland a long time ago. I want to say that it closed in like the 70s, and they just closed it. There's still one at Walt Disney World. The tracks are actually still at Disneyland. You can see them if you go right now. I'll put a picture in right here. These are the tracks, so you can see it. We've all seen it. You probably just didn't know what it was. It was a ride that took you through Tomorrowland. It was just like a kind of like a monorail, but it was like open, so there was different cars. You just go through the park. This boy was riding it. He was a teenager. He decided that he wanted to try to jump from one car to another. He ended up missing the car and getting dragged under the cart as it was moving. They said it dragged him a good 100 feet before they knew that he was under there, and the operator stopped it. Of course, he ended up dying. The real creepy part about it is that they say that he haunted the ride after, but he specifically targeted girls that have blonde hair. But yeah, those are these 5 urban legends that I found out about Disneyland. I don't know if y'all are gonna have the same effect as me. I was watching a bunch of videos, I was looking at pictures. They're really unsettling, but really cool. I figured I would do Disney spooky video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Sorry I've been gone so long. I'm gonna try and stay consistent. Thank you for sticking around. Please like, please comment, and please subscribe. And I will see y'all next time with another video. Deuces.